Hey everyone and welcome back. Now before we go ahead and launch our servers, there are certain prerequisites that we need to ensure. Now one of the important prerequisite here is to set up a SSH client. Now let's look into what this is. So after you have launched the server in a platform like AWS, the next step is you need to connect to it to perform certain administrative tasks. Now, if you'll see in this diagram, on the right hand side, we have the server, and on the left hand side, we have our laptop. Now, you see, both of them are able to communicate with each other pretty effectively. Now, in order for your laptop to be able to communicate with your server, there are certain tools that you will need. And depending upon the operating system of the server, the tools that you need to connect with the server will change accordingly. So since in this diagram the laptop as well as the server are able to successfully intercommunicate with each other, that means that the laptop has all the required tools to communicate with the server. So when we launch our server, we also need to ensure that our laptop or our desktop has the tools present so that we can connect to it. Now, as we were discussing that the tools that you need differs based on the operating system of the server. So at a high level overview, remember that for Linux server, you will need a SSH client to connect, and for Windows server, you will need a RDP client to connect. So these are the two important clients that you need depending upon the operating system of the server. Now for our labs, we'll be extensively making use of Linux servers. So we need a SSH client. So we will be making use of a tool called as MobaXterm, which comes with its own SSH client. Now the reason why we are using MobaXterm is because along with the SSH client, it also comes with various useful commands like telnet, curl, etc. So this is a very nice tool that I use pretty extensively. So this is what we'll be using throughout our labs as well. Now, if you are a Mac or a Linux user, you do not really need a SSH client. Now, Mac has its own terminal, so you can directly make use of that because the Mac's terminal comes with a SSH client, so you do not really need a external tool like MobaXterm. However, for Windows, you will need this. So simple for Mac and Linux users, you can skip this step. If you are a Windows user, then you can follow this specific one. Now before we proceed with MobaXterm, for Mac, let me quickly show you. So in this diagram, you see this is a terminal. So this is the terminal which comes pre-installed with Mac. Now there are various ways in which you can open this. One of the simplest ways which I used to use is you can use the shortcut command plus space, and this will basically open up this search bar, and all you have to do is you have to type terminal. So then that will open up the terminal similar to what you see in this specific photo. Now again, there are various different ways in which you can open up the terminal. This is one of the ways. Now for Windows users, as we were discussing, we'll be making use of MobaXterm. So let's go ahead and click over here, and you can go ahead and go to the download section. So there are two editions which are available over here. You can go ahead and use the home edition. Now within the home edition as well, there are two sub edition. One is the portable one and second is the installer one. So you can go ahead and download the installer one. So once you have downloaded it, this is basically a zip file. You can go ahead and click here, and this zip file basically contains two sub files. So you can go ahead and extract both of these in a folder. So in my case, I have extracted them to the desktop. So basically this is the MSI file that you have to double click on. So as soon as you double click, this is a setup process. Let's go ahead and accept the license. This is the installation path, and you can go ahead and install it. Great. So it just took around 5 to 10 seconds for this part to complete. So as soon as you install it, you will see that you have this desktop shortcut. You can go ahead and click here. So this initial unpacking of the core software, this might take few seconds. Great. So our mobile Xterm is launched. So let's go ahead and maximize this screen, and you have the option of start terminal. So you can go ahead and click here, or you can even go ahead and press enter. Anything will do. So let's click over here, and this is how the screen looks like. Now if you will run various commands like pwd, ls, all of these are nothing but the Linux commands. So you can go ahead and run the basic set of Linux command within this terminal. Now along with that, as we were discussing, that the advantage of mobile Xterm is that it allows us to do multiple things apart from a typical SSH client. So it comes with the basic tools like Telnet. So you see Telnet is present here. It also comes with a tool like curl, which is also preloaded within here. Now along with that, you can also have multiple tabs. So let's say that you have multiple servers that you want to connect. So you can just create a tab. So this is very similar to a browser, where in one tab you have one server, in a second tab you have second server. Now along with that, there are various interesting things like you can do a split. So within split, now you can go to the appropriate tabs. So now what will happen is, if you go ahead and minimize this, so now you have on the left hand side you have one terminal, and on the right hand side you have second terminal. So now if you're working simultaneously with two servers, so this is one great feature that it allows us to do. And apart from that, you can also customize this according to the way you need. So when you go to settings, configuration, you can go to the terminal and you can change the size, you can change the font, and you can also change this specific color scheme. So you can have your own set of background color according to the thing that you require. So let me quickly show you this as an example. Let's click on OK. So it says that your settings will apply from the new terminal. So you can just maximize this yet again, or simple, you can just close it and just open it up again. So when you start your terminal again, you see the color combination has changed completely. Now for my production environment, I'll tell you the exact settings that I use. So let's go back to the terminal. Now for the color scheme, I prefer Solaris Light. The font is this Lucida console, and the size I prefer is 16. Alright, so this is the format that I prefer. Now in terms of this background, you can change it depending upon your requirements. I also change it quite extensively to have a new look, but this size of your font and a specific font format are the ones that I prefer this to be. Alright, so I hope you understood the need of mobile Xterm, or basically in general the need of a SSH client, because that is what our topic for today's session was. So with this, we'll conclude this video. I hope this video has been informative for you, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.